Hi guys, our lesson today is about system of linear equations. The standard form of linear equation a sub 1x plus b sub 1y equals c1. This is the first equation. The second equation a sub 2x plus b sub 2y equals c2. This is the second. If a sub 1 over a sub 2 is not equal b sub 1 over b sub 2, we will deduce that we have just one solution. Second, if a sub 1 over a sub 2 is equal to b sub 1 over b sub 2 is not equal the ratio between the two constants, so we will deduce that we have no solution. But if the three ratios are equal, we will deduce that we have an infinite number of solutions. So don't forget these rules. Second, solving system of equation by graphing method. Just we have here two steps. The first step is graph each function or each linear function we studied before. Step 2, we will get one of the following. We have here three shapes or three conditions, but the three conditions here we have it if we have the y-intercept form of the equation. The first, we have here two lines are intersecting in one point, so the two slopes are different. M sub 1 is not equal M sub 2. Number of solutions will be 1. Okay, and the second shape, we have two parallel lines here, so the two slopes are equal, and the two slopes M sub 1 equals M sub 2 are equal, and B sub 1 is not equal B sub 2, where B sub 1 and B sub 2 are the y-intercept here. So the y-intercept here is not equal. So we have here, if you look at this line, the y-intercept here is different. So we have no solutions here. Number of solutions is equal to 0. The second shape, we have here the same line, so the two lines are the same, so the two slopes are equal, but the y-intercept here will be the same, so we have here many infinitely solutions. So don't forget, if the two slopes are not equal, we have one solution. If the two slopes are equal, maybe we have one solution, and maybe we have just no solution, number of solution will be 0, or we have not many infinitely solutions. How can we know that? We will find the y-intercept here. The y-intercept, ask yourself, if the y-intercept are not equal, so number of solution will be 0. If the y-intercept are equal, we have many infinitely solutions. Let's have an example. Example, graph each function and find solution set, or solve the system of equation graphically. The first solution or the first equation, x minus y equals 1. The second, x plus y equals 2. We will graph each equation. The first equation here, we have here x and y. We can find here the two ordered pairs, just satisfy the equation or the first equation. Just put x equals 0. If we put x equals 0 here by your eye, so negative y equals 1, we can divide it by negative 1, so y it will be negative 1. And if we put y equals 0, so x will be 1. So we have here two ordered pairs, 0, negative 1 and 1, 0. Now we can draw the first line. The first point is 0, negative 1, and the second is 1, comma 0. So we will draw the line. By the same way, the second equation, both 0 or both x equals 0, so y it will be 2. So we have here a point 0 comma 2. And both y equals 0 here, x will be 2. Now we can draw or represent the 2 points 0 comma 2 and 2 comma 0 and draw a line. We will deduce that the two lines are intersected in a point here, so x will be 3 over 2 and y will be 1/2. So we can deduce the value of x and y from the graph. Let's have another example. We have here two equations. The first equation, x plus y equals 5, and second equation, 2x plus 2y equals 5. We will find 2 points satisfy the first equation. Both x equals 0, we will deduce that y will be 5. And both y equals 0, we will deduce that x equals 5. So plot the 2 points here, 0 comma 5 and 5 comma 0. So draw the line. We have here the first line. The first line here represents the first equation, or the green line represents the first equation. By the same way, we will find the 2 points here. When we put x equals 0, so 2y equals 5 dividing by 2, so y will be 2.5. If we put y equals 0, so 2x equals 5, so we will get x equals 5 over 2 will be the same 2.5. Draw the line or plot the 2 points here and draw the line. So we have here two parallel lines. So if the two lines are L and N, we can say that L intersect N equals phi. We will deduce that the system has no solution. Let's have another example. Graph each function and find solution set. X plus y equals 5, first equation. Second, 2x plus 2y equals 10. The first equation, when x equals 0, so y will be 5. When y equals 0, so x equals 5 by your eye here. Okay, draw the first line, 0 comma 5 and 5 comma 0. So draw the line here. By the same way, if we put x equals 0 here, so 2y equals 10, dividing by 2, we will deduce that y equals 5. And if we put y equals 0 here, so we will deduce that x equals 5. So the 2 points 0 comma 5 and 5 comma 0, we can note that the 2 points are the same. So we have here the same line. We can draw it. So we will deduce the system has infinitely many solutions. We studied before that if we have here a sub 1 over a sub 2 equals 1/2 and b sub 1 over b sub 2 equals 1/2, and the ratio between 5 and 10, the two constants, equals 1/2. System has infinitely many solutions.